Welcome to this video training on orhanergen.net, IPv4 and IPv6 subnetting 0 to hero. Now before I introduce the course itself, allow me to briefly introduce myself. I am Jeremy McDowell. I'm a network engineer. I'm Cisco certified CCNP as well as Juniper Network certified JNCIS. And I'm also a networking educator on YouTube on my channel Jeremy's IT Lab. Okay, that's enough about me. Let's go on to look at the course itself. So here is the course outline. There will be two main sections to this course, IPv4 subnetting and IPv6 subnetting. But first we will cover IPv4, and the first topic will be binary and decimal number systems. So this is absolutely essential. We as humans tend to use the decimal number system in our daily lives. It goes from 0 to 9, that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and every number is represented using those 10 digits. For example, the number 100 is a 1, a 0, and a 0. 25 is a 2 and a 5, like that. That's decimal. However, computers think and operate using binary. Binary is a number system that only has two digits, 0 and 1. And in order to understand IPv4 addresses and IPv6 addresses too, you have to understand binary. So we will cover that in this first video of the course. After that will be a review of IPv4 addressing. Now this course is focused specifically on IPv4 subnetting. However, in order to subnet IPv4 addresses, you have to understand the addresses themselves. So I will give you a quick overview of the absolute basics you need to know about IPv4 addresses. Okay, and then I'll introduce subnetting, what it is and why we need it. In short, subnetting is the process of taking a larger network and splitting it up into smaller networks. That's subnetting. We call those smaller networks subnets. Okay, and then I will cover IPv4 subnetting itself. This part of the course will be multiple videos, not just one. We'll start simple and get a little bit more complicated. But I hope you'll see that subnetting actually isn't that complicated. There's no difficult math, and if you follow it step by step and really understand the binary, it's quite simple to do. We will cover FLSM and VLSM. FLSM stands for fixed length subnet masks. That is the process of subnetting in which you make subnets of equal size, whereas VLSM is variable length subnet masks. And when doing VLSM, you make subnets of variable lengths. The subnets aren't all the same size. Okay, then we will do a review of the IPv4 section, and I will give you some further recommendations for study and practice, because subnetting is something that you do have to practice. Eventually, you'll be able to do it in your head without writing anything out, but it does take some practice to get to that point. Okay, and then we will go on to the IPv6 section. So in order to understand IPv6, you have to understand hexadecimal. A hexadecimal is the number system with 16 digits. It's got 0 to 9, but then we take some letters from the alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, and F, and use them as numbers too. And when we write IPv6 addresses, we write them in hexadecimal. Now to the computer, once again, it's all binary, it's all zeros and ones. But for us humans to read and interpret it, we write them in hexadecimal. Okay, I will do a review of IPv6 addressing next, because once again, in order to subnet IPv6 addresses, you have to understand the addresses themselves. And then we'll cover IPv6 subnetting. And once again, just like in IPv4, this section will be multiple videos, not just a single video. Okay, then I'll do a review and once again give you some recommendations for further practice, and that will be the course. I hope this course will be very helpful for you. The main thing I want to get across is that subnetting is simple. It's not that complicated. If you really understand the binary, you'll see that it's all the same. Whether you're subnetting IPv4 or subnetting IPv6, it's the exact same process. Just IPv6 addresses are a little longer, and we write them in hexadecimal, not decimal. But underneath it all, it's all binary. It's all the same. Okay, I want this course not just to be a product that I put out there and then leave. I want to continually improve it as needed. So if you have any feedback, feel free to contact me on LinkedIn. I put my profile link down there. Or you can just search my name, Jeremy McDowell. Okay, so I'll be looking forward to your feedback after you go through the course. Okay, so that's all for the course outline, this course introduction. Now let's go into the very first video of this course covering binary and decimal number systems. See you there.